guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a bunch of cleaning. This video literally took me 2 days to film, but it is because the kids are home and we are all basically stuck inside and all they want to do is eat and cook and play games and toys and stuff like that. So it is just like a mess after mess, even though I keep cleaning. So anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. I'm starting in the kitchen here, and I wanted to sanitize my trash can because I noticed it was a little bit grimy looking, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to just take a bleach solution, which I have in my spray bottle, and just completely sanitize it and clean it right out. So that is what I'm doing right here. Now, if you guys are new to my channel and you like videos like this, so I do a ton of cleaning and cooking and just homemaking motivation type videos, make sure you guys are subscribed down below and you guys turn on your little notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. And if you do like videos like this, do make sure that you guys give it a thumbs up so I know that you like it and you want me to make more videos like this one. Alrighty, so now that I've gotten the garbage can all clean and sanitized, I'm just going to move on to the kitchen island. I have mentioned this in previous videos of mine. I do like to basically clean in zones. So I'm taking care of the island zone right now in the kitchen, and then I will move on to other areas. Now, I always like to start with the island because I feel like that is the center of the kitchen. I want to make sure that area is clean. Plus, it does help to have that counter space cleaned off because I have a whole lot of dishes to wash by hand today. The dishwasher is fully loaded, but it's mostly like pots and pans that need to be scrubbed. So I'm gonna have to lay down a clean towel and just put the dishes on the island to air dry. Okay, so now that the island is all cleaned off, I'm just going to get started with unloading the dishwasher because I have a lot of other dishes to load into there. As you can see, the area by the sink is completely just jam-packed with dishes, and it looks like I haven't done dishes in weeks, you guys, but honest to God, having 4 boys who just have huge appetites is so overwhelming. Like, I am cooking all the time, so I could be in the kitchen literally all day long, and I just did not stay on top of it for one day, and this is what happens. And as I was unloading the dishwasher and putting the utensils away, I realized that the utensil drawer really needed to be cleaned up. There was a lot of crumbs in there and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I vacuumed those crumbs all up and I washed out the little organizer, and then I'm just putting all of the clean silverware back in the drawer. And ditto goes for my knife drawer. I noticed there was a lot of crumbs, so I just went ahead and cleaned out that drawer as well. And of course, the kids are already hungry and looking for something to eat. So I thought I would make this really quick and easy chili dip, and I thought I would share it with you guys because it is honestly my go-to snack because it is warm, it's hearty, and they love it. So all you do is you take a baking dish, you spread 1 package of cream cheese at the bottom, you take a can of chili, pour that on top, And then all you do is just sprinkle some shredded cheese on top, and then you pop it in the oven at 350 just until the cheese is melted and bubbling on top. And then it's perfect, served with some tortilla chips. And there are never any leftovers. So I'm sure it'll be a big hit in your house if you haven't already tried this before. But like I said, never any leftovers. Alrighty, now that the kids have a snack and they will be busy and satisfied for a while, and I've got the dishwasher going, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start hand washing all of those other dishes over there. I don't want to have any dishes left over in this sink when I leave this kitchen, so I'm going to go ahead and knock these all off. So if you guys are looking for some motivation to go get some dishes done, if you have any dishes hanging around in your sink, now is the time. Go take your device over to the kitchen, turn the volume up, and just wash, because I literally stood here for probably like a good 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes, washing dishes, and I was so happy when it was finally done. So I just skipped over the last few dishes there because I felt like the dishwashing clip of this video was so long. And I'm just going to get right to sanitizing the sink and wiping down the kitchen counters. Alrighty, this is probably my favorite part, is wiping down the counters, because this is where all of the clutter is finally put away and you basically just get to spray everything down. It smells fresh and clean and everything is just free of clutter and crumbs. This is, like I said, my favorite part. And I have to tell you guys, I am so excited because I've been looking at appliances for our new build after we're done with this house, of course. But in the meantime, I still want to make sure I know what appliances I want and all that kind of stuff. So I have a Pinterest board where I've been saving those kinds of things and screenshots. And oh my gosh, you guys would not believe all the stuff that goes into building a house. There's literally, it's like a 2-year process because you're picking your house plans, You're choosing what you want in the house, the layout, the appliances, the paint colors, all that kind of stuff. And one thing I learned after building our last house was that it is so good to have everything chosen ahead of time. It just saves a ton of headaches because once the build starts, everything starts rolling so fast. And if you don't have things chosen, you end up rushing into it. And sometimes you just choose things because you have to and there's no time. So I don't want that to happen this time. Anyway, I'm going to stop jumping ahead of myself and I'm just going to get back to cleaning this kitchen. Now I've gotten all of those dishes done, that gigantic mountain of dishes. Everything is dried on the island and I'm putting everything away now so that all of the clutter is out of sight. And the kids have been really, really good throughout this whole lockdown thing. They really miss their friends. They really miss playing hockey and just going to the rink every day and their usual routine. But in the midst of all that, they have spent a lot more time together doing many other things, which is really nice in a way because that is something that we would never have time to do with them, like board games as a family and just a lot of walking and going for bike rides and playing outside on the trampoline and all that kind of stuff. They never really have the opportunity to do that day after day because we have such a rigorous routine with our hockey schedule. So on this day, I actually spent most of the day in the kitchen, whether it was cooking or cleaning or washing dishes. Most of it was spent in here. Now, right after I finished cleaning this kitchen, I do head to the grocery store to restock my fridge and my pantry. So the rest of the video that you're going to see is actually the next day. I am so happy to report that my bedroom is still fairly clean from one of my previous videos that I did not too long ago. I've done a pretty good job maintaining the organization in here, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we are not rushing out the door nonstop, heading out to hockey practice and hockey games, and that's basically my life. It's always something to do with hockey. Once in a while it'll be the grocery store or an appointment, but most of the time it has everything to do with hockey. So with that out of the picture temporarily, we are so obviously sad and lost without it. But in the meantime, it does allow for us just to slow right down. And my bedroom is staying a lot cleaner, like I said, because I have the opportunity to pick up after ourselves, and we're not coming in at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night and just basically flopping into bed. It's a little bit more of a relaxed routine. And for my night tables, I'm using the 7th generation disinfecting wipes. And I will tell you guys that every time I do go to the store, which is not very often right now because we are trying to avoid the stores, but every time I do go, I peek down the cleaning supply aisle to see if I can find some Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes, and they are always out of stock. Have you guys had any luck finding that stuff? Because I have not. Like I said, I have a little bit at home, but I didn't have like a giant stockpile or anything like that. So we'll see if maybe one of these days I can get my hands on some. Now here you're going to see me on the phone. I'm talking to one of my friends and we're just chatting about everything that's going on and how we feel about the kids missing out on being with their friends and school and the rest of their hockey playoffs and all that kind of stuff. And I just think it's really important that you find a friend to talk to and just like share your feelings so that you know that you are not alone in the many different feelings that you may be having. And I know everybody has different situations, but I know a lot of us are having a hard time with this, and I did read an article, something to do with grieving, and this whole thing has produced like some sort of grief on some level for everybody, because everybody has lost something or is missing something in their lives right now, and it is just really something that nobody was prepared for. So if you have a friend that you can chat with, not just text with, but hear their voice and just have a nice chit chat, I think that's really important. And right after I put this little tray on my bed with the flowers, I just wanted to grab a book and a cup of hot tea and just crawl right back into here right now. But I still had a lot more cleaning to do, so we will save that for later tonight. So now I just head straight downstairs and I have to work on the living room now. You guys can see outside the trees are just blowing around all over the place. It's really windy and it's rainy, but the temperature is like just above freezing, so there's a little bit of like a slushy rain. And this is probably one of the last days that we will be able to have a fire in the house, because it's going to get really warm soon. So I thought it would be a nice day just to have a fire going. So I'm going to make sure the living room is all cleaned up. I'm going to organize those board games over there, and we're just going to enjoy a nice quiet evening in front of the fire and play some board games tonight with the kids. And you guys, I am so excited because I've finally figured out what I'm going to do with this coffee table and with one other piece of furniture in the house. I'll give you a little hint. It has to do with rose gold, not the coffee table, but the other piece of furniture. So I'm going to do a video on it, so I want to make sure that I'm sharing with you guys how I do it. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys have a chance to see what I do with those pieces of furniture. Alright, so now I'm going to tackle all of these board games. I'm just going to organize them all. They are a disaster right now. Now, we didn't have these all unpacked just a few days ago. They were still packed up in boxes from the last house, but we did pull them all out because we have a whole lot of time now to play them. So I think that I'm going to just organize them right there on that shelf where it is easy for the kids to access them, because there's no point in me like storing them away again right now. We're using them a lot. So I'm just going to organize them, make it look really nice and pretty, and just stack them up nicely on that shelf, because we will be using them this evening. Like I said, we're going to have like a family movie / game night in front of the fire. It's a perfect day for that. So I'm just going to make it look really nice. I have been putting off cleaning out these cabinets for literally like weeks, maybe even months. But it is the perfect time to clean them out now, because the kids are using all of these games and Legos and toys. So I'm going to tidy out these cabinets and just pull out the board games, leave those on top, and then the Legos can go into the cabinets nicely with easy access. Okay guys, I usually don't like leaving games like that out on the counter, but I think it looks really good. And I'm just gonna go onto the other side of the fireplace and put away the little bit of clutter that's over there and get that all organized and put away. Okay guys, so that's about all that I'm gonna get done today. I got those spaces cleaned up, which is a huge success for me because like I said, the kids are all over the place just playing and hanging out in the house, and it's really hard to keep clean. You can see in the corner they're already playing Legos, they're already pulling out board games, which is totally fine. They're trying to stay entertained and have fun while all these changes are happening in their day-to-day lives. And make sure before you guys go, give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you guys are subscribed so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. Take care guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye!